Welcome back, everybody, to Star Rupture. I am the Bearded OG, and in this episode, we're going to get going with our synthetic silicon situation. So first of all, we have a Griffith's Blue turn-in that's going to give us 8 more inventory slots. Look at that. That's a beautiful thing. Then what we want to do is come over here, go to the furnace, and learn that. And let's see, we're going to need synthetic silicon for electronics, for chemicals, for hardening agent. Looks like for those items in particular. Plus, the next thing we want to do here is we want to do the Mega Press, which will take synthetic silicon as one of its 2 inputs. Because then this is going to open up things like the nozzle and the battery and the valve, you know, stuff that we're going to need for these other guys. For example, Future Health needs chemicals for its next thing. Griffiths needs battery or nozzle. Moon Energy needs valves, and Clever Robotics needs nozzle or super magnet. So we're blocked from doing all of those things until we get the Mega Press, which makes most of those things. Cool. Okay. So also there was an item in here that this we have these. I've got a couple of depots full of them, in fact, out here. Right here. So let's go ahead and pull 200 out of here. And we can finish up that leg of the journey. Okay, so that's done. So yeah, everything's all waiting on synthetic silicon at this point. What I think I'm going to do for that is I'm going to set up a couple of furnaces over here to make that. And we're going to tear some stuff down that's currently in place that we don't need. I do have one furnace over here making ceramic plating, or just ceramics, which we do need to make, but I think I want to move that production over here because everything else that we're going to need to make the synthetic silicon is going to come from this side. The only thing that needs to come from this side is the wolfram powder, which will probably just route that underneath the platform. I think that's the plan for that. Okay, so that being the case, I might go ahead and let that fill back up. But let's take this one down. We're gonna start first of all by just taking down a couple of things from previous productions that we no longer need. And I think what we'll do, since we're gonna have a little bit of a surplus of these, we will just put these in here. Inductors. I have more of these in here too. So we'll move them over there. Wait, nope, sorry, going the wrong direction. I wish there was an option to put all of one particular... What does that do?
I can use this.
Oh yeah, both of these are take-alls. I don't think that's supposed to be that way. I think that's supposed to be a take-all and this is supposed to be a sort, but currently it doesn't work that way. So hopefully that's something they'll fix in the future. Okay, so we'll let this fill back up. You know what? Actually, no, we won't. We don't need to do that. We got plenty of those. So let's start taking this stuff down here. And I'll rebuild the platform on this end. Take this down and this down. Okay, I also had this running, I think it was wolfram plating over to something over there, which we no longer need to do. So let's take that away. Okay, and then we'll just reconstruct the platform here. Building is not stable. Don't know why you're saying that. Okay, this can also go away. And I think that rebuilds everything down here. Now, like I said, we are going to route this wolfram powder underneath the platform over to there, but we'll do that after we get the other guys in place. Okay, let's go back in here. We'll put the rest of these inductors in here. Let's see. You're a basic product. You're a basic product. You're a basic product. You're a basic product. And you guys are intermediate products. Very good. Let's go over here now. And I'm gonna stand right here. And all of... There, let's take this down. I might leave that in place. And I might leave that in place too. So we can set all of those up for the synthetic. Okay, let's take all of this stuff out. That's our glass furnace, so that can stay put. Whoops. So used to pressing C instead of Control to come, you know, to go down on this drone here. All right, I think that cleans everything out from down here. Now let's put all this back together. I think that patches all that up. Okay, good. Now, let's see. What we're gonna do next is we need 4 furnaces. So let's put one there, one there, one there, and one there. This may end up being our permanent synthetic silicon production line 2. So these are the 2 that will produce synthetic silicon. They require calcium powder, helium-3, and ceramics. Okay, and these 2 will make the ceramics. And what we'll do is we'll set up all of these to do synthetic silicon for selenium.
I think I can use this.
You think so? It'll also take electronics for a lot, you know, a lot more points, but we can't make electronics right now. We can make synthetic silicon, so we use what we have. Okay, so that takes care of that. We could even just hook these up right now. So let's grab you. You can go into there, and you can go into there. Okay, that's done. Let's hook you into there, and you into there. All right, now, here, let's get back out of the drone for a second. So we need to get wolfram powder and calcite sheets into you. We have calcite sheets right here. What if we ran this out the side and down underneath to feed these two? No, actually I don't want to do that because we also need to run the wolfram powder underneath and they might collide with one another. That's not going to work. Okay, let's get up in the air. Could I do something like this? Wait, no. Turn the other way. Can I can't, yeah, see, I can't lower it down is the problem. Says it's colliding with something. Alright, well, maybe we make it higher then. Let's look at that possibility. We're gonna need to split it here. So let's get a rail modulator and go up to there. All right, I think that'll work. I mean, it will work. It's just, I've found it difficult in this game to get things to be really nice and neat, and I don't think it's possible to get. I mean, not in Satisfactory you can make things like perfectly neat if you work hard enough at it. This game, oh shit.
Detected.
This game, not so much.
A safe place.
So, you know, I just, my OCD has to deal with that sort of thing. Okay, so anyway, we got the plates going. Now we need to get the wolfram powder into you. So I think what we'll do for that is we'll run underneath the platform. Where's my drone not working? Oh, it's not working because of the star rupture. Right, okay. I was trying to get my drone. So yeah, what we'll do is we'll just tap into this. In fact, maybe what we'll do is we'll come out this side, we'll drop it down into the floor, go straight out this way, and then curve around and shoot down that way. I think that's what we'll do for that. But we've got a star rupture coming in, so I'll just go in here and wait out the rupture. I'll bring you guys back when it's done. All right, let's get back at it here. So, yeah, what we're going to do is let's cut away these two pieces, and maybe these three. And then we'll get a line on you. We want to take it down. Maybe we'll go to here. And then we'll go up as high as it'll let me go, which is there. Okay, then we're going to wrap it around this way, I think. Okay, so it's not going to be able to go any further than that. So the halfway-ish point, probably right about here-ish. Ish. Okay, raise it up till it won't let me go any higher. Okay. Put that back in, and we'll have to leave those two out. Can we put rails in here? There we go. You never know when OSHA's going to show up, so got to put rails in. Very important. Let's go out of here. All right. And we'll move our body down this way to about here. And we're going to want to come up through here about. Let's remove that too. All right, if we grab you. That's this one here. So I'm thinking, what would happen if we did this, rotate it that way, then bring it up to there. Is that too high? No, I don't think so. It's about as level as it's going to get. Okay, so now let's cut more of this out for the moment. Like that. We might need to make this piece here a triple. I think we do. Okay, so let's copy this. We'll put this here as a placeholder, except for... Alright, we just got to remember we need to go one higher than that. Okay, let's get a rail modulator. Turn it this way and go one higher. Okay, get rid of this. Now, can we get up to here? We can't, okay. Because it's being blocked by this tile, which means then we need to come out another thing this way. Okay, so let's not do that. That's not what I meant to do. Copy you. You let me put that there, but that's not going to work because there isn't actually going to be a support there. could we do this? No, let's do this. It's gonna be too high, isn't it? If we bring this down one level. There we go. Okay, now put that there. Now we should be able to do this. There we go. That's the way. No! What? Where? Why? Why? Why are you doing that? Well, okay, I guess we just rebuild it then. Weird. Cannot explain that. Where, what happened? Did we not just build something there? I don't see it. What in the hell? I'm confused. Is it actually there and we just can't see it? Or is it not there? Can we... I don't know what the hell's going on. Alright, try that again. Put the platform there. Platform's there. Put the rail modulator there. With it going... I can't tell. Yeah, that way. What? What the hell? What about that? Okay, which... I can't tell what direction it's going. Go back down. Okay, it's going the right direction. Okay, it's there now, I think. What the... I can't explain that. It was really bizarre. Alright. Now, can we do this? Yes, we can. Look at that. It's a beautiful thing. Alright. That gets our wolfram powder going. Let's patch this back in as much as it will let me. So we'll just have a gap there.
Rupture status stable. Arcadia status
Can't put one there, so
stable.
it is what it is. Okay. Alright, we're getting close, So what we need to do now is we need to get calcium powder and helium-3 in there, both of which are right over here. So we just need to get the routing figured out on this. Which might be a little tricky with all this other stuff going on. Let's see what we can do. No, don't get out of there. I mean, if we had to, we could remove the glass furnace for now, but I don't really want to because this is supposed to be a permanent setup. So we have to figure out how to get it to work in spite of that. So, think. probably what we could do here is let's remove this and let's put a rail modulator in. Okay, so that puts that back together. Now what we need to do is we need to run out here. What happens if we turn it this way? Okay, and then we'll come we're probably going to have to come in high over here. So if we lock that in place and then raise this up, then we can come around this way. And we probably should stay high here and make this one a rail modulator. Like that. And then we'll go here. Put you in there. And you in there. That gets the calcium powder taken care of. Now we just got to get the helium over there. All right, so same kind of idea. Let's take this out. Grab you, put you in. Put you there. And you there. Run you over to... Yeah, see, we're having problems because you can't, it won't let you put a support in the foundation of a machine itself. Is there some way we could get over to here? Maybe here, if we lock that in and then go up high. That might work. What about, can we get over here at all? No, don't do that. Yeah, I don't think we can get over there. Okay, so we can get to here. We can lock that in and raise it up to here. This really starts to get messy, doesn't it? And then, if we come to here, let's make this a modulator. Bring you down to there. Can I get you into there? I can't. But I can, I think, if I move this one into here, and then this one into here. And we're probably going to have to do the same thing with this one. there, and there. Voila, we did it. It's a mess, but it's what we had to work with, and could potentially be a permanent installation for these products. Well, the end products would be glass and the synthetic silicon. Yeah, I don't know, man. I still don't feel like I have a real good beat on this game in terms of setting stuff up. It seems to me like, yeah, I don't know. That's really it. I still don't feel like I really know what the hell I'm doing. Let me put it that way. My mind wants me to set up really nice, neat, permanent production lines like Satisfactory. I would be able to do in Satisfactory, but I think I get the sense that I'm trying to do too much with too little of resources. In other words, you know, tapping into this helium and this calcium stuff for multiple things in a permanent installation may not be a practical way to do things. And, you know, we have the air drones too. We haven't even done anything with those yet, but we will. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll have fun. And, you know, that's it. We'll have fun. Okay, so, anyway, we've got 6 launchers going now. Let me get a sense for how fast that's actually building. Oh, okay, it's already at 3%. 4%. That's going at a decent pace, actually. That's not going to take that long at all. Let me get a sense for... Okay, so... yeah, you're definitely not able to keep up at this point. And neither are you. Okay, so... I'm just not exactly sure, you know, what our flow rate is here. But I get the sense that even if this eventually fell so far behind, you know, that it couldn't keep up with these products, we would be so close to being done that it probably wouldn't make that much difference in the long run. Very cool. All right, ladies and gents, so here's the deal. I'm going to let this run. Probably do a little bit of AFKing because there's not really a whole lot more I can do at this point. Production-wise, anyways. I suppose we could go do some more exploration, but we need to get this finished so we can get that machine from Selenium, because that's going to then open up a lot more, you know, stuff for us, and we can start advancing. And I'm also going to need to accumulate several hundred synthetic silicon for this stuff. So yeah, well that's going to be electronics, which we need synthetic silicon for too. But basically we're going to need 600 for electronics, 600 for chemicals, 800 for hardening agent. Here, let's do those right now. Yeah, so we need to accumulate about 2,000, I think, of those. And I guess I thought I had enough of those syringe thingies. I don't, though. Okay, I'm gonna have to make 200 more applicators to finish that out too. It kind of sucks that I didn't excuse me, that I didn't notice that, because I had that set up earlier. I could have, you know, let it finish out, but that's not a big deal. I'll just reset it up. So the plan is this: finish Selenium. I mean, it's already at 10%, so that's awesome. That's not going to take that long at all. So that we can get the mega press, because then, you know, then that's going to open up all that, you know, all that stuff over there to the to the right. accumulate another 2,000 synthetic silicon so we can finish out these 3 things. I'll reset this up just to make, 199 more of those, which won't take long. And when that's finished, then we'll start the next episode and we will, start making the next production lines for the corporations. As far as exploration goes, we still got to go do the world engine and the story for that, and I'm pretty sure there's more territory to the north of us that we need to explore. So we've uncovered the map, the entire south, the east, at least up to this point. We can't go any further east or south. We can't go any further west than this point, but there's still this area for us to investigate as well. And yeah, so that is going to be it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, share out the video, and we'll catch y'all in the next episode. Bye-bye.